Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I was searching for something on my channel and I came across a video that turned out to be the biggest mistake I ever made on YouTube. So I thought I would show you that and tell you 3 lessons that I learned from that whole process that I think maybe have a broader application than just YouTube. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me for, as I said, a video. It's going to be a little different than I've made in a while. It's been quite a while since I made a video where we just sit down and talk. But I was actually going to make a video about crazy comments I've gotten, and when I was searching through those, I came across a video I made in 2018 that turned out to be the biggest screw-up I've ever made on my YouTube channel so far anyway. And so that kind of spurred me to thinking I thought I would share some things, thoughts I had about that with you. So before I do that, a big thank you to the folks at American Hat Makers. They've been sending me these hats you've seen over the last few weeks, and really cool stuff. This one is the Rogan Hemp Crushable, made out of hemp fabric. Super lightweight, super comfy, just really comfortable. It's like wearing a feather on my head, it feels like. And American Hat Makers has some really cool stuff. They wanted me to let you know that they're having a Memorial Day sale with up to 60% off some of their best-selling hats. And you can save 10% every day at American Hat Makers by using the coupon code SOP10. Just go to survivalonpurpose.com/hat. So, the video that nearly destroyed the channel. I've got notes here too, by the way, because when I was looking through those, looking for the comments, it stood out at me that one of the most common comments I get is to get focused and quit rambling. So I'm going to try to stay there. I've got some notes here. So on March 25th, 2018, I released a video with a 6-minute and 11-second runtime. I don't think very many people, a lot of people anyway, did not watch it past about 30 seconds. I wound up losing the most subscribers ever in one day that I've lost on the YouTube channel. So a lot of people didn't bother to even watch the video. They reacted to the title, which I've changed the title several times in an attempt to stop the bleeding. I think the original title was something like "The March for Our Lives is Right. We Need New Gun Laws." This video is in response to the Parkland school shooting in Florida, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But I'm starting a new feature with the channel, a Bible verse for the day. If you don't like the Bible, you're not a Christian, I get it. That's your choice, but I think it's indisputable that the book of Proverbs in the Bible has some universal wisdom for us all. And today's verse is from Proverbs, and it's very applicable to today's video. He who answers a matter before he hears it, it is folly and shame to him. That's Proverbs 18:13. And I chose that one because, like I said, I tried to get kind of cute in the first 30 seconds. Certainly, I tried to flirt. I'd say I flirted the line with clickbait in the title to begin with, because clickbait technically is a title that has nothing to do with the video. The title was very accurate as far as the content of the video, but still, I knew it was going to be a little controversial, and that was on purpose. I'm trying to get a little cute. And I did this, into the first minute and a half of the video itself, I stayed a little too cute, I think, talking about sensible gun law reforms. I had a lot of people leave a lot of horrible, negative, hateful, cursing comments, calling me everything but a child of God, and loudly reminding me, letting me know that they were unsubscribing. I don't know why everybody feels like they just have to tell you they're unsubscribing. They have to make sure that you know they're not happy with you. And all those people, you could tell from their comments, they did not watch the video or at all. So they were reacting to the title. They were answering a matter before they heard it. So anyway, the new title of that video is "Gun Laws and School Shootings. I Dare You to Watch the Whole Video." And so I'll put a link to that up here and in the video description below, and I dare you to watch it. But if you're somebody who just wants to Joe Friday, just the facts ma'am version, I do think we have a need for some gun law reforms. Many, in fact, but the 2 that I was talking about in this video, specifically in regards to school shootings, are: 1, I think we need to end these stupid, useless, just absolutely ineffective gun-free zone laws, because that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. To believe that making something a crime is going to stop a criminal just makes no sense. That's the definition of stupidity, in my opinion, or at least naivete. The second one was have armed security or concealed carry in vulnerable places. Basically, have somebody with guns to protect in these places. And the only time these standoffs ever get solved is either with a good guy with a gun or the coward who shoots themselves. One of the two. It's always another gun. A gun solves these gun problems. So if we have guns in capable hands in these places, there's going to be a lot less time for these people to do their nefarious deeds before somebody can stop them. So those are the two laws, reforms that I think need to be made. I actually had some comments down here, but I'm not going to read other comments. I'm not going to read you those just because they you can read them yourself. You can go to the video and read them yourself. You're smarter than that. So I did want to tell you two reasons for making the video originally the way I did. And I also just want to mention, by the way, those aren't the only two gun law reforms I think we need. I think there's a huge need for repeal of the NFA and the abolishment of the BATFE, sometimes known as the ATF. That's just my opinion, and there's a lot of other stuff. So anyway, why did I make this video? I had a lot of people ask me, what were you thinking, Brian? Why did you, why would you do something like this? That's stupid. And yep, hindsight is 20/20. In hindsight, it probably wasn't my smartest move. As I said, I lost more subscribers that day than any other day ever in the history of the channel. So just to be honest, I thought it might be kind of a controversial sounding title, might get some clicks and get some people more interested, because, you know, that's the way it works, right? You want to get clicks, right? You want to get more clicks so you can get more exposure. That's how your channel grows. And at that point in time, I was really trying to grow my channel. Well, I kind of missed that one, didn't I? I definitely got some controversy, but I just wasn't counting on the level of animosity and trigger-fingered thought processes that a lot of people have who are unwilling to even listen. They just, bam, react. So, and the second reason was, hopefully, I hope that I might draw some people who are kind of on the fence about the gun thing, and maybe some rational people who believed in gun laws, maybe, but to at least listen and hear my argument against gun-free zones and against not having armed presences in these places. And maybe to let everybody see that everybody who supports the Second Amendment isn't an inbred redneck. Although they may take one look at me and think that those are the two words that come to their mind. I don't know, but that's kind of one of the reasons I made this video as well. You know, so like I said, I learned some lessons from this whole situation, and lesson one I learned was that so many people on both sides of this issue, especially, but many issues in our society today, are so amped up and so just hyped up and so angry and so mad and so emotional that they just absolutely are so quick to slam somebody down, to cancel somebody, to do what they can do to make their displeasure known without even listening to what somebody's saying. And especially now in 2024, it's an election year. I think that situation has not gotten better. I think it's gotten a lot worse. I think we are the most divided as a country and a society that we've been since I can remember. I'm 64 years old. So maybe the first 4 years of my life, I was born in 60, we were pretty divided, and some people anyway, about the civil rights issue. I get that. That was a pretty big divisive era in our society. But I don't remember most of that. I was a little tiny kid. But man, in my life, I don't recall us being this divided as a people. It's like the Hatfields and McCoys or something. We just shoot on sight, you know. Second thing I learned was that no matter what your intentions are, people just don't like to be fooled. You can just be too cute. You might have the best of intentions, but you got to be careful when you're doing things and talking to people and interacting with other people, because you could really burn some bridges that you don't want to burn. And that's a lesson for life, not just for YouTube. I mean, you want to treat people the way you want to be treated, and if you don't want to be, most of us don't like to be fooled. So I own that. Okay, that was my mistake, and I shouldn't have done that. But finally, the third thing I learned was it's very encouraging to me that in spite of the knee-jerk reaction I got from a lot of people, the majority of people watched the video and commented, most of them positively. A couple, they didn't agree with me, but they at least listened to what I had to say and made a rational, you know, I guess a a conversational comment. They didn't, nobody screaming and yelling and calling names. So that is hopeful to me that at least most of us out there, and I say that because I lost 100 subscribers, but I had 600 something comments, positive comments, and way more views than that. So the majority of people did listen and did pay attention to it. The takeaway for you from that I'm trying to get across is that don't give up. Don't lose hope. Okay, be ever hopeful. Continue to do the right thing. Continue to treat others as you would like to be treated, and take the high road. Don't allow yourself to be drawn down into the name calling and negativity that so many on the other side seem to employ. But I trust me, I've seen it from both sides. So our nation was founded on civil discourse, and I hope that this video has shown how that's still possible. Chuck Norris can hit 11 out of 10 targets with 9 bullets. So anyway, just to wrap this up, let me be very, very clear. I think the Constitution of the United States is one of the most important documents concerning government ever written in the history of humankind, and I support that document and what it stands for, including and especially the Second Amendment. Shall not be infringed. I think that we should have the exact same guns that our government has, and that's what the Founding Fathers intended as well. So that, you may consider that extreme, some people do, but I think it's very, very clear based on the writings of the Founding Fathers and everything going on at that time that they were not in favor of any sort of civilian gun control. So that being said, I hope this video has been somewhat informative, potentially entertaining, and if you disagree with me in anything I said, I'll be happy to have a little bit of civil discourse with you. So I really appreciate you watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.